This is our new fella here. He's been going pretty good. It's only his second day in saddle and second day of training all up. As you can see, he's pretty calm. He's a full-grown bull, so he's got a lot of confidence. Okay, now I've been getting a lot of questions, different questions about camels' antics, teeth, dangerous animals. Do I give them treats? Things like that as we're training. Now, one thing about a camel is, especially a bull camel, they are a dangerous animal. So, but if you get his respect and you do it right, he can be nice and calm. Okay, now even though he's doing that, I can be aware they can bite, but I'm not going to put myself in a position where the camel can hurt me. Under the neck of a bull camel is generally one of the worst places you can go. It's the front legs that are dangerous on a camel, not as much as his back legs. His back legs can flick right out around his body, and certainly if they hit you, they can throw you. But it's anywhere under his neck, this is a dangerous position. The camel can use that neck to drop you, come down on you with those legs, and the worst case scenario is he uses the brisket underneath him to come down and start to crush you. Okay, so what we're doing is we don't put ourselves in a position. You might notice the angle I'm standing on. I've always got an eye, my peripherals on him, okay, and I've got a bit of tension on the rope so I know if he's stepping forward. Their feet are soft, they can be very silent, and they can move quick. Okay, so not putting myself in any position is not giving him the idea that he can get me in any dangerous spot. Stand, mate, stand. Now I'm using firm commands here. Stand. You can see he's creeping a little bit further forward, so I'm using this rope to pull his head down. Okay, when that camel's head goes up, that gives him the line of his front feet. I don't want him to start thinking about that, so I'm just relaxing here with him now. Now, as far as the teeth go, they use that teeth for fighting, for gripping the other bull's legs, pulling him up, wrestling him down. They also use those teeth to grab trees in times of drought. If he's got a herd, he needs to snap those trees down using that big powerful neck of his so his little family can have a feed. It's generally what his teeth's for. Okay, if I'm to get bit by a camel, I've put myself in a dangerous position. Okay, so we don't want him to learn that. That's one thing. As far as giving them treats as I'm training, I find this a no-no with camels. Okay, while we're working, we're working. I start to feed him grass and things like that. He's going to expect it all the time. Now at the moment, we haven't got nose pegs. We're just using the rope. That powerful neck has got the ability to lift the car off the ground. Okay, so I certainly don't want him to start pulling me around. So while we're working, we're working. When that saddle comes off this afternoon and he's back in his yard, that's when he's going to get his feed. Okay, he's a working animal, not a pet. Okay, you do not want a nearly ton pet. Okay, they can be dangerous. Rightio, so when we're working, he feeds after we stop. Now this bloke here, he's only about 7 years old. Rightio, certainly not a full-grown camel, and won't be full-grown till he's at least 12, even up to 13 years old. Now you can see he's already a very strong camel. Okay, so I need the respect of him, and one way of doing that is the rope method we use to hush him. Okay, I've had other videos before where I'll put the rope around his leg, pull his leg up, pull him down. The same as another bull when they're taking over the herd will do to see who's going to dominate. Walk up. Now I'm giving myself a little bit of room with this bloke. They can be very quick and be on top of you in no time. I've got that little bit of tension on the rope there. Walk up. Now he's been tempted to eat some grass along the way, but it's certainly something I'm not going to do. As I said, we're working, so he's working. Afternoon, when he's finished, then he can have his feed. This is very important with camels, okay, to get the best results for the best workers. If you want a pet, you can certainly play with them, feed them up. But if you want a good working camel that's going to get you across the desert, I find these are the best. This is the best way to do it. Walk up. Walk up. Stand. Stand. Now you can see here, I've told him to stand. He's done it pretty well. I'm starting to nudge back in towards him, but I'm certainly not getting in under there. I want my rope pretty relaxed, okay? You start pulling ropes around and things like that, he's going to be totally guided by the rope, and your voice is the only thing needed. They're a very smart animal, smart, as they say, as an average 9-year-old child. Some camels are even smarter, I reckon. Like this bloke over here, he's showing good traits and he's getting the job really well. Saddle on his back doesn't even bother him. He's a very big, proud bull, and certainly showing no effect for having a saddle on his back. All right, mate, walk up, walk up, walk up. They're just a couple of little pulsing nudges to get him moving. I'm just guiding him along, but I don't want to be dragging him. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up, big fella. Stand, stand. That's the way. They're basically just simple work for starters. I just want to get a win in. Now we've managed to take him around the track, just leading by his rope on day 2, and that's a win for now. The camels, they like to think about things. So when I get them back, I don't just let them go to have their world. I like to let them to stand, just have a little think about what just happened. He hasn't been hurt, hasn't been scared in any way, and he'll soon relax pretty quick to that. Here at the tree, he's already starting to expect that I'm going to sit him down, okay? But we're not going to do that at the moment. We're just going to show you a couple of things about a camel. Now his nose there, it's windy today. We've had a bit of rain, so not so dusty, but in dusty times you can shut that nostril and slit it so no dust or anything's getting up there. He's got these lips. They're lips like little fingers. When he's stressed, the lips will crack forward like that or split. And you can see there, he's pretty relaxed. His neck is the strongest part of him. He can get underneath another camel and pick the other camel up by the neck. It's another way of doing it, throwing him. Stand, mate, stand. Once again, important to always give your command there so he understands. So he can get that neck under a camel underneath him and flip him right up and over. That's the game in camel world, to get the other camel down and drive him. Rightio. His front legs, as I said, are the dangerous part. Anywhere underneath his chin or under his neck, you're going to find yourself in a very dangerous situation. Never worth doing. Rightio. His feet. He's got amazing feet. They're soft and flat. Every time he walks, it acts like a pump. That helps pump the blood back up his leg. So if he's running in the desert and he's got to go a long distance, it's taken all that strain off his heart. That's another way why he's the king of endurance, the old camel. Right, big fella. Down there, mate. His hump up there. Most people think that hump's full of water. It's not. The hump is a fat storage on a camel. If he's got to go out there a long time in a drought or in the desert, he uses that fat storage to slowly feed his body. Okay? It also acts as a heat barrier. The sun can soak up inside that hump, stop it getting all his vital organs, and at night, say in the winter when it's colder and the temperatures drop to freezing, he'll unleash that heat through his body so it can keep him warm. He's an amazing animal, the old camel. A lot of people say they're dangerous. But do them right, they can become a very reliable, good mate. And I've had plenty of camels before save my life out there in deserts. You can see there he's pretty relaxed. As I say, you never really trust a bull. We're coming into summer at the moment, so he's out of season at the moment. By next April they're going to start coming into rut. It's the bull camel that comes in rut for about 6 months of the year, and it's the definite Jekyll and Hyde of the animal. Okay, so we want to get all our work done in over summer so he understands his job, knows his position in life before we get to that stage where he comes in rut. My plan is to keep him a bull. Rightio. We do geld camels, we call them bullocks. Bullocks are fairly reliable and what you get in most tourist farms around Australia. But I like me bulls. I find them confident. If I'm to go out there in the desert with a team and something happens, I'm able to get on me bull and ride him away from the herd. Try and do this with a bullock or a cow, you may find yourself in trouble. So I like me bulls. Okay, they're a very awesome animal, the V8s of the camel world. Now as you can see, a couple of days of working and already he's cool as pie. Okay, this is camels, right? If you do consistent work with them, give them long days, you're going to get the best results. So at the moment, I'm doing about 7 to 8 hours a day with them, walking them around the track, leaving them over there to think about their job. While that rope's around his neck and he's on the hitching rail, he's still working. He's still feeling that saddle And in the end, the more time you put in, the more you're going to get out of him. And you can see as I'm getting a little bit closer to his side, he's getting a little bit nervous. He's used to me coming in from the front end. Okay, so I'm just getting him used to me being around the side. Stand, mate, stand. As he walks, I walk. Stand. Now this is about your safest position on a new camel. It's about sideways on the leg. His back leg can come out about here. His front leg can come this way. You've got to watch his neck doesn't come around. That's why I like to keep a certain length on the rope over there. I'm just getting him used to my presence on the side. Okay? I'm going to move your hand like this. You don't want to walk in with your hand. You can see his presence already starting to move. If I move my hand like that, he's alright. Then I can take another step. And I can move my hand in a little bit more. Down there, buddy. Okay? I can bring my hand up here, let him know. His hand's not going to cause any damage. I'm not going to go in there today because I don't want to upset him. I'm just getting him used to my presence here on the side. Right, mate. Right, big fella. You can see the wariness in his eyes. This can trigger him to fly out and lash out. So I'm not going to put myself in that position. When I come to here, you can see the rays in him. That's a boundary. I'm not going to go any further. I've got my spot marked mentally, exactly where I need to be with him. And then over the coming days, I'm going to work my way into him slowly. But at the moment, I've got myself to here. He's still relaxing a little bit, and that's good enough for today. Up, mate. Walk up. So if you get a camel like this, I find you get it around your pole, walk out a little bit, give him some space, walk up. Get your rope at about the right distance. Stand, 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 back up a bit. Now find that distance pretty good. If the rope's any longer, he's in danger of putting his head down and getting that leg stuck over that, and it's going to cause himself a little bit of trouble. This is long enough for him. He can sit down comfortably, he can stand there comfortably without it putting any strain on him. Right, so he's done pretty good. Just a little bit with him. I've got myself a win. I find it very important in the early stages of camels, get the win. Once you get the win, do a bit more and then let him have a think about it. So we're going to leave him sitting here just thinking about that, realising nothing bad's happened. I haven't pushed him too hard and he hasn't beaten me. Okay, so this is important. Long work with him. We started this morning at 7 o'clock. We may not finish till 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to keep doing laps until it's in his mind that this is his job. You find this lessens the anxiety of the animal because you're doing it regular. Once he understands his full job and there's no more surprises, you'll be very surprised how quick the camel can start working for you. All right, big fella. Stand there, mate, stand. Get this going clean out of your soul, eh? See there, he knows what this rope's for. We haven't really had to use it that much, but he still likes to challenge me and have his little game around the tree. That's okay, it's understandable, it's only his second day. So in the end, we get him down and he's quite relaxed, chilling out to it, letting me touch it here. Got a lot of confidence, this boy. We're still going to use our straps, it's important when he's on the ground so he doesn't learn a bad lesson. It's important that you get your win. Once you got that, and you keep getting that, you're going to end up with a good camel. You can see we just got him down. Got his two legs strapped up. That's for both our safety again. You can see he's pretty calm. He's a smart animal. He knows what's going on. Okay, so he's taking it really well. It's only the second time we're taking the saddle off here now, and he's not showing any signs of stress. He just pulled his head up a little bit tighter. That saves the swing. Your camel's got a loose neck and he does swing around, he's learning something, and that's that he can grab me. So I want to avoid every little bit I can and keep it as safe as possible. This way you get the best results. Right, big fella, I'm going to get your saddle off now. Once again, when I approach him, just that little bit extra bit on the rope there, in on the saddle. I like to move my saddle a bit, just touching him all over the back of the body there. I'm getting him pretty confident here with us. Push. Slowly going to move my rope down along his back, keep it on the back of the saddle. Push. Once again, touching the saddle. So keep my hand nice and close here. If I'm down doing this and he flies up, I can push myself out of there. That saves me getting a bar in the head, falling over asleep, camel's on top of you. So keep your hand nice and firm and bend at the elbow so you can push yourself out of there. When I'm going down towards his neck, a little bit here on the girth strap, let him touch it. You can feel it all the way around his neck. You can see in him he's pretty calm, he's not snarling. Push, push, flick it, push. You don't have to tiptoe around them, push, push. Okay, let them feel what you're doing. Don't be too gentle on them. They like to feel it. Push. Same with the girth, bit of pressure. Push, undone. Push. Always keeping an eye up around the head. I'll know when he's going to get up. When he starts turning at me like that, I know there's something coming. Sensitive area coming up round the back. Push, push. Once again touching it. I don't just want to go and grab his tail. Tapping him a couple of times. Now on a new camel, it's good to grab the end of it. A little bit of a flick, a little bit of a shake. Make you see you get that nice relaxing thing there. Off to the side, under it out. Done. Push. There, a couple of shakes of the saddle. I like to have my leg just touching him here. Get him nice and relaxed. Hand on the bar and just lifting off. You can see he's nice and calm. Pretty relaxed camel, this one. When I'm moving in, just getting a little bit of that lip thing going on there. Trying to just make him relax. A little touch, move away before he has a chance to move that head. You're right, big fella. Push. 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 Another firm touch there. Got his blanket off there. And that's his day done. Push. Push. Another thing I like to do with camels, especially around this time of year, coming on into summer. This is his winter coat. Now camels molt. Going back to his summer coat here. They lose their hair during the summertime, and it's another way of interacting with your camel. Just by slowly pulling the hair off. Comes out quite easy. Camels molt, it's a type of cashmere. But if you do see camels out there and they've got bits of hair hanging off everywhere, and it's generally in towards the end of the year, they're just losing their summer coat. You can see that? Cashmere. Make beanies, make blankets out of it, you can spin it like wool. Camel there. Alright, big fella. You're looking at me strange because I got a camel beard. There, mate, a little bit of your hair off you. Once again, I like to have a touch of the nose before the camel gets up. That's the point, at the end of it, all relaxed, then he knows he can move. This fella's so relaxed he might not move. Pretty calm there. If you ever get a situation with a new camel and he just wants to sit there at the end of the day, rather than pull him up and make him do it, better off just letting him relax. We'll try a few times. If it doesn't work, it's something we're going to move into. Sit down is major important. Getting up in the start, it's better a camel sits there, flies off the ground.